Hello, welcome to Woodline Tracking. It's a very wet day in Ohio, but it's getting warmer. Today we're going to do a fast loaded video, a little bit about Woodline and what type of firearms and training you should consider and think about. We're going to start off with our handbook is done now. It's at the printer. When we start getting some copies back, we will make it available to all you guys. We're probably going to do some type of web page or something for the handbook and for future training for Woodline. We're trying to come out of the Stone Age. I know, we're a bunch of old Gen Xers here. Well, anyways, Woodline here, we train daily here at Woodline. We train people every week. We do research every week. We have bunches of experience and a bunch of expertise on 4th Gen warfare, and that's what we're trying to pass on to you guys. We get asked a lot, what should they master for defense of themselves and being a prepared citizen, especially for what is coming. We tell everybody the biggest thing you want to start off with is mastering your pistol. Your pistol is everything, because you can carry it in a lot of, for generally most states, carry it in a lot of places. You probably will have to use it to defend yourself more than anything else right now, the way we're going. And it's something that a lot of people buy and say they have, but a lot of people do not carry or do not get proper training or become good. A lot of people think they're good because they were in the army 20 years ago, or they were trained by their dad or their granddad in shooting when they were a kid. But that doesn't really make you good when you don't own it, because it's all perishable skills. You got to stay up with it in what type of training is going on now. Here's a little story. I was playing baseball with my son a week or so ago, and he asked me how he was doing, and I'm like, I don't know. I haven't played baseball since I was a kid. I'm not an expert on this. I'm not going to tell you because I don't have a good standard to use. And I'm telling you, from training people every week, the standards that most people think is good is very low. And you do not want to come in second place in a gunfight. You want to master this. You also want to know what are the state laws of your state. When can you use force? Like we call it the ladder of force in the handbook. We're going into it. When can you use your pistol? When is it proper so you don't go to jail or break the law? You basically, if someone's beating on you, do you pull your pistol out and shoot them? I mean, there's a lot to consider on this, How do you know when to protect yourself or somebody else? It all comes down to training. Then it goes into being able to hit what you're shooting at, don't miss, be able to have good gear, good holsters, the pistol functions right. All this takes time and effort. You just can't do it by watching YouTube or going to the video once a month. You need to own it and take it apart, because no one's coming to defend you. It's up to you to protect yourself. Like here in the state of Ohio, you can't sue law enforcement for lack of protection. The only way you can do that is if you're in jail, then the sheriff's responsible for your protection. So own it, especially the days we're coming. There's so much crazy things going on, and I see such people using the pistol in a bad way on YouTube. Basically own it. Become an asset to your community. Next thing that people want to ask is, well, should they buy an AR? Or should they buy a shotgun? Well, again, it depends on what type of training you think you're going to be doing and what type of environment you think you'll be living in. I can tell you right now that not only in my opinion, but many other people's opinion, a shotgun you can buy the gear and be trained on it probably at the thought of cost than going over and using an AR or an AK or something. There's a lot more training has to go in that over this. And a shotgun's very effective, proven in history, for your home defense and around your home. Something to consider. I know it's not as sexy as the AR, but what good is buying an AR if you can't run it properly, you don't have the proper gear? Because I can't tell you how many times I see ARs go down in class just because they don't maintain them properly. The other thing is, consider what type of training you want to be doing. Everybody wants to do room clearing. The chances of you doing room clearing is probably not that big. Even in a good down situation. But I can tell you something that you probably will have to do in a good down situation would be an ECP, an entry control point. We go into it in our handbook as basically your castle, your home. You don't have to set this up to know who's going in and coming out of your home. And it's something that's crucial that we'll have to do if you're preparing for doomsday. And I can go on and on for this on many aspects. The problem is get educated, take it upon yourself, own it, get trained, and become good. You want the community to be an asset when you're there properly trained. And you don't want to go off half-cocked or try to prove how big and bad you are. Just know that you can perform and perform when it's needed. Remember, time may go on, but life may not.